there, 302. I'm Jackie Ferris. This week, we're going to introduce you to a Market Street staple. We're going to check out a new project on the art scene, and we're going to break out of jail, if you can believe it. Buckle in, the 302 is headed your way. Hey 302, we are here at the site of the former police horse stables, where there's this amazing project that is just refinishing and refurbishing everything into a cultural use. We want to talk a little bit about the Urban Artists Exchange. Joining me now is the Director of Cultural Affairs, Tina Best, to tell us all about it. Tina, tell me just a little bit of an overview of how this whole place is going to transform.
Well, I think some really good words, the words that you used were excellent words to describe it. We are revitalizing this area. We are reinventing this about 1 acre parcel of land that the city owns into a place that people will come to enjoy artists creating art, art exhibits. Artists will teach community members how to make art. So a lot of creative happenings will be going on here within the next year. It's
very exciting, and if you look at the renderings, the artist renderings, each one of these stables is going to be a studio for an artist to be creative, but yet kind of share that with the community. Talk to me about what it's going to look like and what's going to happen here.
Well, it won't look like this.
No, no.
It will look very, very different than this. But one of the things that we wanted to do was to retain many of the features of the former horse stables. The steel structures that you see behind us are in really good shape. So we'll be refurbishing those and keeping them. There's a lift, I think, that used to lift equipment or horses, we're not sure, but we will be keeping that in place. It will have wood barn doors. The insides will also be lined with wood. So we're keeping a lot of the flavor of the horse stables. The difference is that instead of horses residing here, we will have people here who will be making art. And anytime you have creative endeavors going on, there's also this liveliness, this new life feeling about it. And that's what we're bringing to this community. Not only will what we're doing here impact the land that we're standing on, the ripple effect will happen out into the entire community, especially on this historic east side that we're standing in now.
So whenever we're talking about the process going forward, the construction crews are on site, but we did have some youth come in and help out. So it's kind of like we're revitalizing this area, but we're also investing in youth.
We're investing in youth, and there are two things that we're accomplishing that are two of Mayor Mike Przicki's priorities. We're investing in youth, and we're investing in revitalizing neighborhoods. So we're tackling two of those priorities with this one project.
So we're standing on crushed stone right now, but when this is done, there's going to be a beautiful walkway. Talk to me about, it's not just about although this is a lot, yeah, but there's so much more that we're going to be able to see.
Absolutely. There will be a small sculpture garden, and almost everything that we do, including benches for people to sit on, we will make functional art. So the benches will be designed by artists so that not only will people come to have some respite on the benches, they will also be able to enjoy just the aesthetics of the benches. Any light fixtures that we put on the property will also be functional so that they will be designed by artists. Future phases will include an outdoor amphitheater that will also be not just a performance space for community members, but for performers who come in to entertain community members, but we'll also have a wastewater management feature. It will be a holding tank for that.
Now, I know that we have the funds to take care of all of this, but there's still, you said, in future phases. So talk to me about where the funding comes from and where we're looking for in order to really, trick this area out.
The City of Wilmington is making a huge capital investment in this project. We still aren't 100% capitalized, so we are going out to local foundations and national foundations for support for this project, including the National Endowment for the Arts. This is exactly the type of project that foundations who are interested in revitalizing communities want to have a stake in. There's a word for it. It's called creative placemaking. And that is taking a space that is underutilized or just going to pieces and making it into something that is energizing for the community in a creative way, and that includes the community and the arts and artists.
And it truly does energize and revitalize the community, because you have the Clifford Brown Jazz Listening Garden just right over there. So I mean, it's all gonna trickle through the community.
Absolutely, and this is one of the common streets between the Clifford Brown Listening Garden that also has a wonderful sculpture, public art by Rick Rothrock, is that we're on Clifford Brown Walk, just down the street from the site where Clifford Brown grew up, just down the street from Howard High School, now Howard Votech, where Clifford Brown attended school. So the arts, are totally impacted by Clifford Brown, but also there are so many other current artists who are here on the east side of Wilmington, which, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, is an historic district that was primarily and is primarily African American. So not only are we here to honor the memory of our Clifford Brown, but also to encourage our current artists and give them opportunities to pass it on.
Well, I'm really excited to see all of this unfold, but if someone wants to find out more, where do they go if they want to donate or just see the plans?
The donations would go to the city's nonprofit, City Fest Inc. It is a nonprofit, so donations are tax deductible to the extent of the law. I can be reached in the mayor's office to talk to anybody who has an interest in this, and we're hoping that many people do, about the project, about how it is that they can help, the many different ways that they can help. Of course, funding is always good, but there are also opportunities for assistance. So calling the main line at the mayor's office, 302-576-2100, and asking for Tina Betts will get you to me, and we can do a walk around of the project, or just have a conversation and
go from there.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us, and we are very excited to see it come together. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Joe, and there's so much to see and do here on the 302.
One of the things that makes any city great is the entertainment. And when you come across a busker like the one we're going to introduce you to, Lenny Dowd, it's just amazing. Lenny, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Tell us, you have been out here. This is the Opera House, right?
Yes.
How long have you been doing this?
A little over 3 years.
Now, why do you come out?
Well, I come out mainly because I love music. That's my first love, besides my wife. So.
Of course.
Yeah. Mainly I do it for, to entertain the people, because this is like a mall out here. I didn't know when I first came here. This is actually a mall. It's called the mall. So, people they know me now. You know what I mean? So and when I'm not here, they miss me. So it's great. So I love it.
So what's some of the music that you share with the folks?
I do like a little R&B, little jazz, a little rock and roll.
Oh, there you go.
Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that. So I've been doing this something like over 45 years, playing music. And,
so were you a professional musician?
Yes,
or?
yes. So also too, I learned from the old guys. And at one point I didn't thought I knew how to read, but it's just like music has its own alphabet, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Sure.
And then my first song I actually learned how to play. This was in the 1970s.
Okay.
And the first song I learned how to play was by Sly and the Family Stone, Sex Machine.
Uh-oh.
That's the first song I learned how to play. And it was real fun.
Yeah.
So from there, I was in different bands. I've been in different bands. And also, too, I was in a band here in Wilmington.
Yeah.
We played for the mayor last year.
Oh, what was that like?
Out in Christiana Fort. It was amazing. It was
Yeah.
amazing. I met the Biden family.
Okay.
It was out there. It was a fundraiser.
Oh, they met you.
Yeah. So they met the band.
That's
You
right.
know what I mean? So it was a lot of fun. And matter of fact, not too long ago, I was in California.
Oh, yeah?
And there's a judge that works right here at the courthouse here. He asked me, you ever heard the song 16 Candles?
Have I?
Yeah.
How does it go? Play it. You know how it starts?
16 candles. Right, everybody knows that song.
That's great.
Yeah, but I went to California with the group J.T. Carter and the Crest. Wow. He wrote all the songs, hit songs for the Crest group. And over 1,000 people, and they gave us a standing ovation.
Well, I can see why, because I heard your music and I was blown away.
But I didn't have to play, I just sang.
Excellent.
I wore a three-piece suit, double-breasted white suit and white Italian shoes. And I had a ball.
I bet.
I
bet.
Only for one night. I was a star for one night. I was signing autographs and everything.
Can you give us a little sample?
Summertime, when the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy, he's rich, and your mama, she's good looking. And so hush, little baby, don't you cry. With daddy and mommy standing by.
So there you go, Lenny, a fixture here on Market Street. So next time you're down here, come by and say hi. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Mike Miner from Urban Acres Produce, and I love the people on the 302.
Hey 302, it's a trend that's sweeping the nation, scratch that, the world. Escape rooms. We're joined now by Bill Wright with Axxiom Escape Rooms to tell us a little bit about why this is just sweeping the nation. It's so fun. Bill, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Tell us a little bit about, first of all, the concept behind an escape room.
Well, the concept is you ultimately have a goal that you need to achieve with the number of people that you go with, whether it's public or it's private. So if you go with a private group, if there's 3, 4, or up to 10 of you, you're all actually working towards a common goal. And that goal from one theme to the next could be different. It could be just escaping, it could be vanishing the Dark Lord, it could be saving Santa. But ultimately, that's what you're trying to do, is get to the end game.
Now, we are in the Shawshank escape room.
That's correct.
Talk to me a little bit about what we have going on here.
Well, this is a prison cell. It's a little bit different because everybody not necessarily is in the same room. They're in individual cells, but they're in one large group. So they can work together to solve puzzles in different cells, but they essentially have to get themselves out of each one of their cells in order for them to progress forward into the next room.
So me and my friends are here, maybe my husband and his friends are there, and so we have to escape and then come together to go into the next room, is what you're saying?
That is right. The dynamic of this room can sometimes be comical because one or two of the cells could get out before the other one. They may have the ability to move forward and go into the Warden's office. Sometimes they have to make that decision. Do they leave that person behind to try to work through their stuff while they continue to progress in another room, or do they sacrifice that to get this person out so everybody moves together? That sometimes is really entertaining itself.
Now, I know a lot of people at home have seen the movie Shawshank Redemption, which is what this is based off of loosely, but you don't have to have the knowledge of the film or the particular subject matter, right, to be successful?
There's just nuances so that there's an appreciation for the actual movie itself. All of the puzzles that are in the room that you need to solve to progress do not require any outside knowledge whatsoever.
So it's just a matter of coming in and using your head and looking for clues.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now you have a number of rooms. You have 7 going at one time.
That is correct.
Talk to me about the different kinds that you have.
Well, we have Sorcerer's Quest, which is based off of Vanishing the Dark Lord. There's a lot of wizardry, you know, making potions, using magic wands, stuff of that nature to solve puzzles and to move forward. This one itself is a jail cell. You actually have to escape prison, get through the Warden's Office to get to your end game. We have Criminal Capture, which is actually solving a crime. So you have to figure out who solved the crime, go through the clues, which are based off of the original Zodiac crime story, to get to the end of that room. We're building Mason's Temple, which is based off of the Founding Fathers and the conspiracy theories that had to do with the Knights Templar. So that one is like an underground, 300-foot underground tomb that you have to get through, and you need to find the treasure to get to the end of that one. We have the Fate of the North Pole. Santa Claus has been kidnapped by one of the many known villains throughout our history in the U.S., and you have to figure out which one of those villains kidnapped him so that you can free Santa so you can save Christmas.
Excellent. Now, can we go into the Warden's Office?
We sure can.
All right, let's do it. So this is the Warden's Office.
It is.
So there's so many different themes. How do you come up with all of this? I mean, what kind of research do you have to do?
Well, we look for things that are attractive to the public, themes that people like, you know, like pirates and, you know, jail cells and magicians and sorcerers and stuff like that, crimes, and it's something that we can feed off of. The best way really to design a room is to actually come up with the design and the story first, and then build the puzzles around it so that they fit the actual scenario. Otherwise, you're trying to jam a story into a bunch of generic puzzles, and it doesn't really work that way.
And you have to keep coming up with fresh ideas because there's a lot of competition out there.
Absolutely, and you don't want to duplicate from one experience to the next. You know, no one wants to go from a jail cell to, you know, a Sorcerer's Quest, but the puzzles look the same just with a different cover. So you really have to keep coming up with original ideas.
So whenever people talk about escape rooms, there might be an element of fear in it, but you can walk out anytime, right?
Anytime. You know, you're not allowed to restrict egress. We can't lock any of the doors. We never have. So at any time, you can always walk out to either just leave or make a phone call or use the restroom, what have you. So for fire safety reasons, none of the doors are locked.
And I know that there are monitors that give you clues, and there are cameras in the room so that if something were to happen or if you needed something, you know, you guys are right there.
Absolutely. You know, every room has full surveillance. You know, we have staff that actually watches from the control room. It's to monitor your progress so we can essentially send a clue if you get stuck and you just can't figure something out in the room, because we don't want anybody stuck on one thing for the entire experience. We want everybody to enjoy as much of it as they can. But absolutely, from a safety standpoint, if something happens or we see something that we don't like, somebody can absolutely act on it and come right in and, you know, give any assistance if needed.
So a lot of people are having fun with this. I know that team building. Talk to me about the kinds of people that come to the escape rooms here.
The demographic is huge. You know, when we originally built this, we were really after adult entertainment because the kids have a lot of stuff to do already. But we come to find out that it's really a great family activity. So we get anything from like 6 to 76 years old and everything in between. In addition to that, because of the type of team building and communication and collaboration that you have to do, companies leverage that for team building. So from birthday parties to just a night out, having a good time, a date night, we've had proposals, corporate team building, anniversaries, you name it, we've seen it in the years that we've been here.
Now, if somebody wants to come and have some fun with their friends or their significant other or propose, where do they go to get information and how much does it cost roughly?
The easiest way to gain information is to go to the website. You can go to AxxiomEscapeRooms.com. You can choose from one of our many locations of where you'd like to go. You can see the themes of those rooms, full description of difficulty, prices are there as well. Here in Wilmington, it's $25 for adults, $20 for students and children. So they can gain all that information from there. We also have information on Facebook. Everybody's welcome to come in and take a look at the experience themselves. We can always answer any questions at the desk. But what's definitely most convenient is to just go to the website because it's extremely informative. It's very seamless to book an experience from start to finish. And this way here you can reserve the experience, the date, and the time that you want so that you can plan your life around it.
Alrighty, Bill. Thank you so much, and
Thank
we're
you.
looking forward to trying it out.
was a
We'll be
pleasure.
right back. That'll do it for this episode. Be sure to check out the 302 on metv2.com. Until next time, we'll see you on the 302.
Never go astray. Listen to person each and every way. I know what you've been dreaming of. I'm just taking a little more time to show my appreciation.